Section 13 of Birds, Volume 3, Number 6, June, 1898. Recorded for LibriVox.org by Colleen McMahon. The White-Faced Glossy Ibis. Ibises, of which there are about 30 species, are distributed throughout the warmer parts of the globe. 4 species occur in North America. According to Chapman, they are silent birds and live in flocks during the entire year. They feed along the shores of lakes, bays, and saltwater lagoons, and on mudflats over which the tide rises and falls. The beautiful, lustrous, white-faced glossy ibis inhabits the southwestern United States and tropical America. It is found as far north as Kansas and west through New Mexico and Arizona to California. In southern Texas it is very abundant, and in some localities along the banks of the Rio Grande swarms by the thousands. Dr. J.C. Merrill in May visited a large patch of tule reeds growing in a shallow lagoon about 10 miles from Fort Brown, in which large numbers of this ibis and several kinds of herons were breeding. The reeds grew about 6 feet above the surface of the water, and were either beaten down to form a support for the nests, or dead and partly floating stalks of the previous year were used for that purpose. Dr. Merrill states that it was impossible to estimate the number of ibises and different herons nesting here. Both nests and eggs of the ibises were quite unlike those of any of the herons, and could be distinguished at a glance. The nests were made of broken bits of dead tules, supported by and attached to broken and upright stalks of living ones. They were rather well and compactly built, quite unlike the clumsy platforms of the herons. The eggs were nearly always 3 in number, and at this date were far advanced toward hatching. Many of the nests contained young of all sizes. The walk of the ibis is quiet and deliberate, though it can move over the ground with considerable speed whenever it chooses. Its flight is lofty and strong, and the bird has a habit of uttering a loud and peculiar cry as it passes through the air. The ibis was formerly invested with sacerdotal honors by the ancient Egyptians, and embalmed and honored after death with a consecrated tomb, in common with the bull and the cat. The bird probably owes its sacred character to the fact that its appearance denotes the rising of the Nile, an annual phenomenon on which depends the prosperity of the whole country. The food of the ibis consists mostly of mollusks, both terrestrial and aquatic, but it will eat worms, insects, and probably the smaller reptiles. The sexes have similar plumage, but the female is smaller than her mate. End of section 13. This recording is in the public domain.